So I finally scraped some money together and bought me a laser, a Golfo laser. So working area is really small. Now this was kind of a gamble, and it still is kind of. I was interested for a while into fiber lasers because they cut, well, metal pretty okay. Then came the UV laser that has a property that it can remove material, but it doesn't heat up the material as much, which could be helpful if you want to make foils, as I do. But I gambled because I did ask some people, but they never returned an answer. So I thought, well, let's go for it. Let's just buy it and see whatever else I have to probably sell it again. Well, I received it 2 days ago. I played with it and some things worked, but never actually properly. So today I knew I had to play with it way more, so that's what I'm doing right now. So it's a 20 watt fiber laser. Not insane, but the things I want to cut are not insane. I don't care about engraving or coloring, stainless steel, etc. So for me it's only one thing. It should be able, with some tinkering, to cut the aluminium and leave the mylar alone. I hoped, at least. I tried cutting this, or not cutting, I tried to etch away the aluminium on this transparent mylar with aluminium, which I don't have the source for. I received it, but I forgot from who. Well, I think I do know. And the idea is that fiber lasers are very bad in transparent materials, as in it's not able to cut acrylic properly or etch glass or something. So I thought I'll use some acrylic or whatever it is, transparent material, and then use some soap to add the foil. Then I played around for it with, well, very long time, with different power levels of the laser, etc. There are many settings. And then to a point where it becomes brownish, and I was like, okay, so it's actually cutting through the mylar, and that those were the only ones that had no shorts. And only after a few hours I noticed the discoloring is actually coming from the acrylic, and it shows on the mylar, but you could just clean it off and then the mylar is fine. So I thought, well, if that's the case, and I don't know why I didn't before, I go to glass as a ground. It has to be flat, the material, so glass actually works really well. You can stretch the foil and etch it, that's one option, but now I just add it with some water and some soap. It's, you know, really flat. The glass is usually pretty flat, although this piece is not really flat, I believe, but who cares? And then you don't have this discoloration on the backside, which came from the material the mylar was sitting on, not so much the mylar itself. So now finally I made at least one coil that is not shorted out and has really small spacing in between. I don't know how big, I don't have anything to measure it. So the original coil I could cut. Let's cut a coil. I have some settings that finally work, so I save it because you have multiple things you can change. I don't go into what all the settings are you can change, but I use a line just as isolation, so it's a very thin line. You can make those, you can like laser away sort of like a picture of the coil, and you have bigger spaces where you can have no aluminium. This is the fastest method because you just create a line that separates one aluminium part from the other. Then again, sometimes it's might be interesting to remove aluminium at some places completely. That will need a different way of treating it, and I'm not too sure how accurate that is. It works, but Maybe not for if you want the smallest lines in between traces, as I do right now. So I'll just enable this thing. There's a button here to enable the laser, the fiber laser. I have glasses, but I set up this thing in my washing machine thing where normally the 3D printer is. So that makes it possible. I hope I don't gonna burn my camera sensor with this. Well, we'll see. I think that's a very bad. Is there an option to focus? Okay, so the nice thing about this is you have multiple lasers in this head, so you can have a outline of the thing you want to cut. So I'll show you. So it shows it here, but there's something, I don't know. I might have to ask Gwijke, or Gwijk, I don't know how you call it. Gwijk? I don't know. I mean, this is supposed to be a square, but I don't know what this fuck up there is. But also the autofocusing, or not autofocusing, it focuses by two lasers, laser dots that have to be completely one to be in focus, but that's incorrect as well. So there are a few things. Also, in the middle it's really nicely focused. On the outside of the perimeters, which is 150 by 150 millimeter, it's already small, but the outer edges are not even the outer edges. A big part of that is not even usable, so I have to contact them for that, because that's kind of sucks. This sucks as well, because this is a very small room, and this glass plate is way too big for the machine. Let's put one here. So there's a way of measuring this manual with just a ruler, but still. Something like this. And then I'll close the door and hit run. That's 18 seconds. 18 whole seconds. Now the question is, first of all, can I show it to you? Whoops. No, it's not willing to focus. And why is it zoomed in so much? Oh, there you are. The traces in between looks bigger now because there's light behind it, but actually, yeah, it's really, really tiny. Maybe you can look at the back side. You can see the outline, kind of. It's really small. It's the same coil, just smaller. Less than 18 or 17 seconds, I think. Now I do have to take a look at the back side of the foil as well. See if we can get this in frame. So this is the aluminium side. This works quite well. So what ohmage we do get here, because of course you see multimeter in comparison. comparison. Now, this is nice. I can finally see the taps, but I'm not sure if this is, so it's not shorted out. And here are the taps for .3.8. That's kind of funny. So the bigger one, and it makes sense, I think. 3.8. 3.8. It is 50% smaller. So the traces are 50% smaller, but also the length is 50% smaller. Make that sense? I don't know if that makes sense. It sounds like it makes sense, but this is a very tiny coil. I don't know what to use that for. I don't have magnets that will fit that one. So this gives me quite a lot of new things I can try. Now this is one material. I'm not sure how it works on other materials. I tried the tape real quick, like aluminium tape. The problem is the acrylic glue. It cannot cut the acrylic glue. I'm not sure if that's a problem, to be fair, but if it works out, if I can dial it in, you could make coils on the paper it's sitting on, and then use a transfer tape to put it on any kind of mylar or whatever. Also, I want to try, of course, Captain. Does it cut the Captain while etching away the aluminium? This is transparent material, but I also have the blue mylar with aluminium, and I'm not sure if it will hurt the blue material. It might. It did in a few tests I did, but had that's when it was sitting on a green background, so that might make it possible to cut it. It might just be the blue. I'm thinking the blue mylar is able to be cut, which is not very nice because you want to remove the aluminium and not cut the mylar or hurt the mylar. This I tried it real quick with stretching it. It doesn't seem to be you know, hurt all that much. Maybe it is a little bit, but I know if I cut too deep, then you can just rip it quite easily where the laser has been. And I did not clean this one yet. I'm so pleased for this. At least only this thing makes it worth already. Yesterday or the day before, I thought, well, this might have been one of my superb bad choices to buy late at night, because it's quite a lot of money, at least for me, and then I cannot send it back and I cannot use it myself. Just, well, besides marking one of my chargers, for instance, like serial numbering, but that's definitely not why I bought it, because I don't really care about that. But I could laser, like, yeah, what, I don't know, on off thingies, you know, labeling, blah blah blah, which is really not why I bought it. I only bought it for this. So that I finally have something that actually works, it makes me really happy. Oop. And now I have loads of time to play around. I managed one before. This is aluminium on paper, which is also not shorted out. The fiber laser does not like organic materials, so this aluminium comes on paper, which is ideal. I'll try that later on. The only downside is that this material I cannot put on this plate by using water and soap, which is a really nice method, but it will hurt the paper. So if you not want to have the paper on it, it might be possible. And it can also cut with ease, of course, the 5 micron aluminium I got. This is 7, this is 12. And I still have some power left, so 15 would be possible, I think. Maybe a little bit higher even. Who knows? A lot of stuff to try. So I can just go to my bin and try all kinds of different materials, like normal kitchen foil, for instance, 11 micron, pretty nice. But this, of course, is the nicest way because it's already on mylar. So I made a coil in 18 seconds. I might be able to cut it out as well, but I don't think that's a good idea because it might scratch up the glass or fuck up the glass or break the glass. So if you want to have more coils, I think you can squeeze in a few in the working area. If I can have the 150 by 150 completely in focus, because right now there's definitely a change in the left bottom side corner, well, every corner actually, compared to in the middle. So if you're dialing in power and speed and whatever, it's useless if the corners are completely different and out of focus. I mean, this thing does not autofocus on its own, so I have to ask them if this is normal. If so, then why did I choose 150 by 150 if 110 110 gives me the same result? So I guess there's something wrong, but it would be something that I cannot correct myself. I mean, there's a lot of things you can change in Lightburn, but you cannot change the focus around the corner because it's not electrically driven or something. So yeah, it's just the lens that sucks or something is wrong. I'll ask them. Well, anyhow, have a nice weekend, and I'm so happy. See ya.